कथितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भगवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। श्लोका नंबर 47, second chapter. अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि Next sloka also we had read. Yogastha kuru karmani Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva Samatvam yoga uchyate. After introducing the topic of Karma Yoga and glorifying the knowledge of Karma Yoga, now the principles behind the Karma Yoga, the understanding behind this attitude of Karma Yoga is given in this shloka. As we have seen, the word Karma Yoga can be interpreted in different ways. One is karma eva yogaha karma yoga. Means karma which is the sadhanam. Karma which is the sadhanam for chitta shuddhi directly and moksha indirectly. So karma yoga means the means in the form of action for purity of the mind and indirectly freedom. Another way of seeing this word Karma Yoga is Karmanaha Yogaha Buddhihi. One meaning of yoga is buddhi, attitude. And attitude regarding action is also called Karma Yoga. Attitude, proper attitude regarding action is Karma Yoga. In Karma Yoga sadhana, attitude is very important. Karma anyway people are doing, but yoga makes it Karma Yoga. And therefore, Karmanaha Yogaha Karma Yogaha, the attitude regarding karma is called Karma Yoga. And that is why it is called Buddhi Yoga also. This Karma Yoga has another name, Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi means is understanding, attitude. So it is the sadhana where attitude is very important. Therefore it is called Buddhi Yoga. And another way is seeing Karma Yoga means that which is karma, proper karma and proper attitude. So proper action and proper attitude, or proper action with proper attitude, is Karma Yoga. So in Karma Yoga, both the things are important. Proper action and proper attitude. And any attitude, if it is to be sustainable, it should be based on understanding. Which is Swamiji used to say, certain things, when you are brought up in a particular culture, you will have some attitude. But if that attitude is not based on understanding, that attitude not will be lasting very long, will not be very strong. Like we have this attitude of respecting currency, respecting money. So when we step on a rupee note, then we beg pardon, etc. So attitude is given because of culture. But why we are doing that, we may not be knowing. Many of us may not be knowing. Some people, they do pradakshina around the tree. Just they do because my mother was doing, father was doing, therefore we do it. So, and reverentially they will do. They will have attitude of reverence to the tree. They will also do namaskar and all. But why, what is the basis behind that? Many of them, they don't know. And therefore, sometimes it goes away. Therefore, attitude to be strong enough, sustainable, it should be backed by understanding. And therefore, here the understanding behind the attitude of Karma Yoga is given. And the first one is Karmani evate adhikara. Adhikara, different meanings are there. One meaning is choice. You have choice regarding action. And choice implies free will. You have free will with regard to karma. Te, for you, who is a manushya. Te manushasya karmani adhikaraha asti. You as a human being have a choice with regard to action. Means you can do action, you need not do, you do it differently. So you have a privilege. As a human being, you have this privilege of planning and doing your action. Human being alone can plan inside future, consider all factors involved. And Bhagavan says, as a human being, you have this choice, free will. Use your privilege properly. In life, this is the law of opportunity, is that use the opportunity given, you will be given better opportunity. That is the law of opportunity. If you use whatever opportunity given to you, however small it is, then you will be given better opportunity. If you do not use the opportunity thinking it is a very small thing, then what? Small will go away, big will not come. Many people, they say, Swamiji, how to study Vedanta? Only I have got 15 minutes, half an hour. What to do in that? There is a common complaint. And therefore what? They don't study. In 15 minutes, kya hota Swamiji? I said, 15 minutes you study? You have 15 minutes, use it. And I am sure if you use 15 minutes well, Bhagavan will give you more time. Even if you see in office setup and all, somebody initially he's just joined, he'll be given a small work only. Not a big work, he will not be given. Small work is given. And if he does it well, then he is given bigger work. Suppose small work, thinking that it's a small work, he does it carelessly. Then what? Small work also will not be given. Big work of course cannot be given. So this is for a sadhaka, this is a very important thing to remember, this law of opportunity. Don't waste away the opportunity, however small it is. And so Bhagavan says, as a human being, you have this opportunity to do appropriate karma in such a way that you can grow in life. Even you can get moksha. Only human being has this privilege. And therefore, make use of privilege. Karmani te adhikaraha. You have choice over action. Therefore, Arjuna, make appropriate choice of action. And ma phaleshu kadachana. With regard to result, you do not have adhikara. We have to bring adhikara word from the first quarter. Phaleshu adhikaraha ma nasti ityartha. Kadachana, at any time, you do not have choice with regard to the results. Means, you cannot determine the result completely. If a human being can decide the result completely, then all the time success. In fact, problem would be when two teams are playing. Then what will happen? Bhagwan also will be confused. Bhagwan will not be in the picture. If you decide, then both the teams want success. What will happen? A match will go on, because result cannot come. Both the teams want. Therefore, Bhagwan says, may you understand this fact. With regard to the results, you do not have choice. It does not mean, many people have this, oh Swamiji, everything is predetermined. And Bhagwan also says, Phaleshu adhikara nasti. I do not have any choice over the result. Means what? Everything is predetermined. It is called predeterminism. Means everything is predetermined. It means whether I do action or not, this result, whatever result has to come, will come. In Hindi they say, bhartavyam to bhi bhartavyam, no bhartavyam to bhi bhartavyam. Phir kahe ko kadakut kartavyam. Hindi Sanskrit mix. So he says, if you study, also you will die. If you don't study, also you will die. So why should you study? So if you do action, whatever result was to come will come. If you don't do also, it will come. Therefore, why should you work? Even if you work, still result, whatever has to happen, it will happen. If you don't work also, it will happen. Therefore what? Why should you do that? So from this ma phaleshu kadachana, if it is not understood properly, it can lead to fatalism. Kya kare? Everything is predetermined. And in fact, they go to the extent of saying moksha also. If moksha is there in my prarabdha, moksha yoga is there. Some people say moksha yoga also is there. Astrology, they say particular grahas, if moksha yoga is there, I will get moksha. If moksha yoga is not there, whatever sadhana I do, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, moksha will not come. So that is not the message here. Message here is, you are not complete determinant for the result of action. But you are definitely a contributor to the result of action. You are a contributor but not complete determinant of the result. Like you, when election comes, you vote. Your vote, does your vote make the candidate win? Can you say because of my vote he won? Can you say? You cannot say. But can you say your vote was useless? Not useless also. Contributor to his win. Because everybody thought that anyway my one vote, what will it do? In fact, many people, even educated people, in fact, more educated people do not vote. Uneducated people vote. Different reasons sometimes, but they vote. Whereas, this election is there, our all this resorts and all will be full. Why people go to that trip? They don't vote. Thinking that anyway what to do, one vote, what will it do? So everybody thinks like this, then election will be this. Generally result is decided by those people who do not have discretion. Because these people vote. It is something like, you know the story that one day the king ordered that there is a tank, empty tank, everybody should put 1 glass of milk. And everybody thought, see, everybody is going to put, milk. I put 1 glass of water, how will it happen? What will happen? Nothing. Just 1 glass. There is 1,000 liter or something, 2,000 liter milk tank. In my 1 glass of water, it will not make any difference. And unfortunately, everybody thought like that. So next day when the king went to see what was the tank full of water. So that's why they say everybody's work is nobody's work. You must have heard this. When he said, anybody can do this, Swamiji. This part to be clean, in the lecture hall, this to be clean. Swamiji, anybody can do. Anybody can do means nobody will do. Because everybody thinks that everybody else will do. So, you don't consider your action, your effort to be useless. You have contribution. But your effort only does not decide the result. There is another factor. There are so many other factors. Some of them are known to you, some of them are not known to you. Unpredictable factors, unknown factors, which is Swamiji used to use the word hidden factors. All of a sudden, election is there, something happens, the result will change because of one particular happening. This onion price goes up, tomato price goes up, and it will be a big issue. Happens. So, there are so many hidden factors, unpredictable factors. Not only unpredictable, sometimes predictable but uncontrollable factors. See, tomorrow you have a program, you have organized a program, and now you come to know that tomorrow there will be a cyclone. Cyclone is there. What can you do? Can you call Bhagwan? Bhagwan, please. That he may listen, may not listen. It depends upon your prayer and other factors. And therefore, your action, your effort has got contributory effect, not determinant effect, a deterministic effect. This is clear, then what? Our focus will on what is to be done. Bhagavan says, result is not completely decided by you. People ask this question. Is one of the common questions in satsang is, Swamiji, what is more powerful, free will or our effort? Prarabdha or Purushartha? Very common question. Swamiji, which one is more powerful? Prarabdha is more powerful or Purushartha is more powerful? Once I had asked this question, I had asked the question about the question to Swamiji. I said, Swamiji, what is the mind of the people who ask this question? My question is not if Prarabdha is powerful or this Purushartha. I think Swamiji said that we want to control. We have to control the outcome. So what control the outcome? That I will control. Anyway, so Prarabdha or Purushartha. So our answer is, your Purushartha is not a waste, but Prarabdha also plays the role. So every result, every situation you are getting in your life is a combined effect, cumulative effect of Prarabdha and Purushartha. Every time it is like this. So today, now we are having the class. Is the result of your Purushartha, you made some effort, and some Prarabdha also. Prarabdha that Swamiji is okay, is healthy to take the class, something happens, then you cannot, even you come here and class cancel. Possible. Therefore, every time the outcome, every situation you are facing is the result of both. And therefore, we do not neglect the Purushartha, but at the same time be ready to see the impact of our Prarabdha. And therefore Bhagavan says, Ma phaleshu kadachana. So Ma Phaleshu Kadachana has the message, you are not having total control over the result. You have contributory role but not deterministic role, your determinant role. And therefore, what should be your attitude? Ma karma phala hetur bhuhu. May you not become the one for whom hetu, motive, is karma phala, the materialistic result of action. May you not be motivated by only materialistic benefit of karma. Means, may you have higher motive, more than merely materialistic benefit for the action, and the motive which is more predetermined, more reliable, predictable. Like what? Behind every action, may I have the growth as my motive. So Bhagavan says, may you not have that type of motive which is unpredictable. If you are dependent upon unpredictable factors for your happiness, your motivation, then your motivation and your happiness will always be unpredictable. If I depend upon unpredictable factors for my happiness will be unpredictable. So if I depend upon the particular material benefit from action, then my happiness will be unpredictable. Why? Because material benefit is decided by so many factors. Sometimes my action is supported by some external factors. Sometimes my action is resisted by external factors. It is something like cycling. You know, when you are cycling, sometimes wind is supporting. So less paddling, you go fast. Sometimes wind is against you. So however much pedal you do, very difficult to go. And therefore, if you are dependent upon only material benefit, then your happiness, which you are depending upon the result, will be always unpredictable. But if you are focusing on growth, that let this action be the means for my emotional maturity, let this action be my expression of gratitude to Bhagavan, then whether there is a material benefit or not, my purpose is served. And therefore my motivation will always be there. My happiness will always be there. When journey itself is a joy, then destination doesn't matter. Destination, whether you reach now or you reach later, doesn't matter. But most of the time what happens? We are focusing only on destination. And we are forgetting the joy of journey itself. And therefore what happens? We are highly anxious about the final result. When will it happen? When will it happen? When will it happen? But you are enjoying the process, then you have no problem. The very process is enjoyable. Whenever it comes, it comes. Suppose you are going by train through a particular area which is very scenic, very beautiful, then it doesn't matter whether train is taking a little longer or it is going very fast. Doesn't matter. I am enjoying the journey. Many people, they study Vedanta texts, no? They will have this. So when it will be over? When it will be over? Samji, Bhagavad Gita, I don't know how many classes we cover, but 60, 70 class must be there, no?
Something more than 40.
40, So, that many classes, Swamiji, over and still you are in second chapter. When will you reach? Many people might be having this. And therefore they will be, even during the class they may count the page. How many pages are remaining? And therefore they don't enjoy. So enjoy the journey. So karma itself is enjoyable for me. In the sense, whatever is to be done is enjoyable. I am seeing it as a privilege. I am seeing it as an opportunity to express my gratitude to Bhagavan. Then, whatever be the material outcome, it doesn't matter. Suppose you are on the Ganges bank, you are doing japa. You are doing japa as an expression of gratitude to Bhagavan. Then do you expect that I am doing japa and somebody took picture of that and it should come in some magazine? You don't depend. You don't have such consideration. If somebody does that, fine. If he doesn't do, I said, oh, today my japa was failed. Why? Nobody took picture. You don't think like this. I hope so. So when your focus is on the subtle motive, then the gross outcome do not matter. As we have seen several times the example, if I am playing the game for my physical exercise, whether I win the game or lose the game doesn't matter. If I win, then also exercise is done. If I lose, exercise is done. Therefore Bhagavan says, Ma karma phala hetur bhuhu. May you not become the one for whom the material result of action is hetu. Hetu means motive. In life, when your motivation is coming from very subtle and exalted, then the gross things do not matter. Whether people praise me or don't praise me, it doesn't matter. People consider me to be successful or failure, doesn't matter. Because my focus is on inner growth. And people are not going to see your inner growth. People will see your outer growth only. Whereas your focus is inner growth, therefore it doesn't matter. So Bhagavan says, Ma karma phala hetu bhutu. This is a very important principle in life. If you want to remain happy, even relatively, final happiness is by moksha, by discovering yourself to be limitless. But even relative sense, if you want to remain happy, this is a very good principle. Don't have this unpredictable gross motivation. Gross motivation, this material benefit is very unpredictable. So don't depend upon undependable. When you depend upon undependable, what will happen? You will have frustration. Depend upon dependable. What is dependable? Inner growth is dependable. And therefore, may you have proper motivation, not gross motivation of some material benefit. And Mate Sangaha Astu Akarmani. May you not have the attachment, inclination towards inaction. Thinking that whatever I do, anyway it is not going to matter. Many people think that, see, moksha is decided by Bhagavan. So, whether I do sadhana or not, how does it matter? So, don't do it. So, Bhagavan says, may you not have inclination towards inaction. Many people have this inclination to inaction because of certain failure. Failure makes a person very pessimistic. And he thinks anyway it is not going to work. Anyway it is not going to work. So why to do it? So many people, they do not engage themselves in significant actions, this project. Why? Because they have fear of failure. Or some people are lazy. He says, why to trouble our body? Why to trouble our organs? Life is meant for aram se. Just live aram se. Means they are wasting away the opportunity. So Bhagavan says, Mate Sangaha Astu Akarmani. Yeah, when you do not do anything, then one satisfaction you will have. You know what? Swamiji, I don't fail. People don't criticize me. Why? Because I don't do anything. If you do something, people will criticize, no? If you don't do anything, people don't have anything to criticize. Only thing, if at all they criticize you don't do anything. But otherwise, you will not have fear of failure. But that is not life. In fact, before coming to this world, anyway you are inactive. So again you are having, after coming into this human world, you are remaining inactive. What is the use? Therefore Bhagavan say, Mate Sangha Astu Akarma. In life, when Bhagavan has given the opportunity to do proper action and grow and get moksha, don't waste this opportunity. Everything has got a time. And if you have done in that time, it will work out very well. Afterwards, there is no point in regretting. Many people in Gurukulam, they are there, they do not study Sanskrit well. And say, no. But afterwards they regret. Oh, we didn't study. So when they were there, we will tell them, you please focus. Not that Sanskrit is everything, but Sanskrit is the opportunity. Now you have opportunity to study. Please study. And they don't study. And afterwards, oh Swamiji, Vedanta I studied, Sanskrit I did not study at all, so this Bhashya is very difficult. In life, there is a time. Please do it. Whenever there is a time for something, do it. Certain things you can do in certain age only. Marathon you can do it the 50, 60, etc. 1995 generally you can't do. Everything has a time. There is a time to earn money, there is a time to spend money, so use appropriately. So when you are in the lecture hall, you are thinking of dining hall. And then when you go to dining hall, oh lecture hall mein to kuch samajh mein nahi aaya. So I did. In dining hall you are thinking of lecture hall. So when you are in lecture hall, be in lecture hall. Make use of the opportunity. Don't lose it. Then you are in dining hall, enjoy that. You will not have this occasion for regret when you have done what is to be done in a given situation. You will be spending your time only on regretting if you don't do what is to be done in a given situation. When it is to be done, you are sleeping. And when time went away, you are regretting. Oh, I did not do this. But why did you do it? Therefore, Bhagavan says, Mate Sangaha Astu Akarmani. May you not have inclination towards inaction out of laziness or out of fear of failure. In Mahabharata it is said, Alasyam hi manushyanam sharirastho maharipu. This laziness is a great enemy for a human being. It is there. So, may you not have this laziness, inaction, the inclination to inaction. Now in the next sloka, Bhagavan is talking about that attitude which makes the karma yoga. Karma is converted into karma yoga when karma is done with proper attitude. That idea is conveyed in the next sloka. And Bhagavan said, Yogasthaha kuru karmani. Remaining in yoga, may you do actions. So remaining in yoga means, people may think yoga means asana. So remaining in Sirsasana, you do action. So remaining in Halasana, Paschimottasana, you do action. That is not the message. Yogasthaha. Pranayam karte karte sab karo. So that somebody may say Yogasthaha. So either you do asana or you do pranayama or dhyanam. See, some people have this. That so when they are doing action also, they will be trying to do some dhyana. That's not a good thing. When you are doing action, pay attention to action. So Yogasthaha does not have the meaning that asana pranayama sthaha. So remaining in yoga, may you do karma. And Bhagavan himself explains this. What is yoga? Samatvam yoga uchyate. Samatvam means the sameness is called yoga. And here sameness is not, as we have seen in the last class, sameness cannot be there with reference to action. So Bhagavan doesn't say you do all the time same action. Nobody can do. And we cannot say may you attain the same result all the time. Sameness cannot be there with reference to the result also. Actions are different, so results will be different. Sameness is possible only with reference to attitude. So may you do action maintaining the same attitude. And that same attitude is presented by Bhagavan in the other words. Sangam tyaktva, having given up the concern for the result. When you are starting or doing the action, may you not have concern for the result. Before starting the action, you can plan. You can plan your action in keeping with what is to be attained through the action. That is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong in it. But while doing the action or starting the action, let there not be sangha, attachment, concern, insistence. I will definitely get this result only. I will not take any other result. Some people know they apply for some position and they will say, I will not take no for the answer. So they are not ready to see any other possibility. I will take this and this. Yes, I can hope for the best. I can pray for the best. But I cannot insist that I am not ready to take any other result. That is not correct. So Bhagavan says Sangam Tyaktva means having given up the insistence for a particular result. As we saw in the last class, there are 4 results possible. As planned, more than what I had planned, less than what I had planned, and opposite to what I had planned. All 4 possibilities are there. So I am ready mentally for any one of these 4 possibilities. Sangam Tyaktva. And Siddhya Siddhyo Samo Bhutva. Sangam Tyaktva is a what is called suggestion or the principle of Karma Yoga in the form of doing the action without the concern for the result, worrying about the result. As we saw in the last class, if the batsman is batting and all the time is looking at the scoreboard, he will get out. So, while doing the action, focus on the action. Don't get so much obsessed with the result. I know one example of how it happened. One person, he was studying in the 12th and he was quite good in study, but he got obsession with getting some engineering in some college. And so he was spending time on that calculation. If I get this much mark, I will go to this college. If I get that much mark, I will go to that college. And for getting this much total, this subject should have this much, this subject, he used to do calculation for that only. He was in the 12th and kept on spending time on that. But when he passes 12th, which college he will go? When he failed in the 12th. So, Bhagavan says Sangam Tyaktva. And when the result comes, material result or outcome of his action comes, that time also Siddhya Siddhyoho Samo Bhutva. Siddhi means success. Asiddhi means non-success. Accomplishment and non-accomplishment. And with regard to them, Samaha Bhutva, remaining equal. So this is with regard to the result when it has come. Sangam Tyaktva is with regard to the action when you are doing the action. Give up your concern while doing the action. That is the meaning of Sangam Tyaktva. And when the result comes, Siddhi and Asiddhi, Samaha. More or less Samaha. Puja Swamiji used to say, do not brand the outcome of action as failure. If you brand it as a failure, then you will have this what is called judgment about yourself. I am a failure. What happens is the result of action. First you say result of action, you call it failure. And afterward failure, then you call yourself failure. I am a failure. Therefore Bhagavan says, Siddhi Asiddhyoho Samo Bhutva. First of all, you don't brand. And even if in worldly sense it is said that you are successful, or some people say, no, you did not get success in that action. Samaha. You remain the same, more or less same. And how can you remain the same? Because of the attitude of prasada. So Samo Bhutva means prasada buddhim dharayitva. Having assumed this prasada bhavana, having entertained the prasada buddhi. What is prasada buddhi? More than expectation prasada, equal is prasada, less is prasada, opposite prasada. And that is how Samaha Bhutva. Siddhya Siddhyo. And Bhagavan Bhashyakara, while talking about this, he said, even you are doing this, following the sadhana of Karma Yoga, for what? For Chitta Shuddhi, Dana Prapti Yogyata, for the fitness of knowledge, purity of the mind. And after following this Karma Yoga for some time, you find that still the purity of mind has not come. So I followed sadhana for Karma Yoga, I've kept doing. And still, this Swamiji, this purity has not come. Still my thought, mind is thinking about some bad thoughts. They use the word bad thoughts. Still Swamiji, those thoughts, these indecent thoughts have not gone. What is the use of Karma Yoga? Bhagavan says, even with reference to the Chitta Shuddhi, maturity, which is supposed to be the outlook of Karma Yoga, with reference to them also, Samaha Bhutva. May you not have that insistence that I follow Karma Yoga for 1 year, my purity level should go up by 30%. Or impurity level should come down. Earlier I was having indecent thought, 50 thoughts per day, now it should be 35. Don't have such insistence. More you are anxious to be pure, then more this impurity will come. Why? Because you are resisting something. The resistance will not make you free from the problem. More you resist something, it will bounce back. For some time it will be suppressed, it will bounce back. Therefore, even with reference to the maturity, purity of the mind, let there be no insistence that I should be pure. Swamiji, I have got moksha program. I pick 1.5 years Karma Yoga, 6 months I will do this Vedanta course, Shravanam, then 1 year Mananam, 1 year Vidyasana. So whatever time Swamiji, 5 years I will get moksha. Somebody asked me in Bangalore, Swamiji, the whole package, moksha package, how much time it takes? Fortunately, he did not ask for money. He said, how much money? He said, how much Swamiji? Whole process. I said, there is no time. People expect that, no? Swamiji, you have been telling about moksha. So, you tell me how much time will it take. From day 1, today I will join. So, there is no such thing. Therefore, you grow gracefully. Not with anxiety. Grow gracefully. So Bhagavan says, Siddhya Siddhyoho Samaha Bhutva. And that is what the attitude of Karma Yoga is. Siddhya Siddhyo Samo Bhutva Karmani Kuru. May you do the action. So while doing the action, let there not be insistence for particular result. And when you get the result of action, let there not be resistance. While doing the action, there is no insistence, and after receiving the result, there is no resistance. That insistence and resistance, they create problem for you. They create sorrow. They create frustration. So no insistence for result and no resistance to the result. That is the message of Sangam Tyaktva and Siddhya Siddhyo Samo Bhutva Karmani Kuru. Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Samatvam, the attitude of sameness. The sameness in terms of attitude is called yoga. So what is the sameness in attitude? Every action is done for worshipping the Lord and every result is taken as prasada. That is the sameness of attitude. With reference to every action, there is a Ishwararpana buddhi, sameness of attitude while doing the action. And while receiving the result, prasada buddhi, attitude of prasada, is the sameness with reference to the result. And thus, having sameness of attitude towards action and result, you do karma. That is called karma yoga. And for karma yoga, certain requirements are there. One requirement is a person needs to have value for inner growth. A person who wants only material benefit, karma yoga is not the prescription. Even though nowadays karma yoga is used for efficiency, etc., but karma yoga is not designed for that. Karma yoga is primarily meant for those who are committed to inner growth. Then only karma yoga will be sustainable. Second requirement for karma yoga is one needs to have the acceptance of Ishvara. Without Ishvara acceptance, karma yoga will not be successful. Nowadays they are trying to present karma yoga in a secular manner, but that is not what really karma yoga is. It is a distorted version of karma yoga. The second thing is, for karma yoga to be followed, one needs to have acceptance of Ishvara. And not only acceptance, third thing is, one needs to have some devotion for Ishvara. Mere acceptance also is not enough. If devotion is not there, how can I have Ishwararpana buddhi? How can I have prasada buddhi? Devotion alone will help you to develop arpana buddhi, the attitude of offering to the Lord. Devotion alone will help you to develop this prasada buddhi. And therefore, if these three things are there, then only karma yoga is successful, is useful. Karma yoga you can follow in a sustained manner. And one thing is that we need not have that type of what is called branding. Swamiji, I am a karma yogi, therefore I am an inferior sadhaka. All people are this, they are studying Vedanta, therefore they are superior sadhaka. Don't have such branding. Oh, you are doing only karma yoga. In fact, you are doing what is right thing to be done. And some of them, those who are so much busy with studying Vedanta, may not be helping them. It is something like you have cleared 5th grade. Now you are fit for studying the 6th grade. And you are studying the 6th grade books. That is the right thing to do. Somebody who is a 5th grade fellow, he said, I will study the 12th grade. It will not be useful. Therefore, you are doing what is to be done. Therefore, you are doing a right thing. Whereas other person, over enthusiastically, he is doing something which may not help. Therefore, in life, do not brand yourself. Let people brand you. It is not in your hand. People will make judgment. Let them make. But at least you do not make judgment. And even if people make judgment, you don't buy their judgment. And now in the next shloka, Bhagavan is glorifying this karma yoga by saying that this karma yoga is much superior to this mere karma without karma yoga attitude. Durena hyavaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddhau sharanam viccha kripana phala hetavah. So here the comparison is done between karma and karma yoga. And here karma refers to the action done only for material benefit. Whereas karma yoga is the action done with proper attitude for inner growth. And Bhagavan says this karma yoga is far superior to mere karma. Karma is inferior compared to karma yoga. He says, Durena hi avaram karma. Durena avaram, far inferior. Karma. Here karma means action done only for material benefit. Is far inferior compared to Buddhi Yoga. As I said, Karma Yoga has got another name, Buddhi Yoga. Why is called Buddhi Yoga? Because Buddhi, attitude is very important in action. And therefore Buddhi Yoga, compared to Karma Yoga, which is called Buddhi Yoga, mere action done only for material gain is far inferior. And therefore what? Buddhau Sharanam Anvicha. May you seek, Anvicha, seek, Sharanam, refuge, in Buddhi. Here Buddhi refers to Karma Yoga Buddhi, attitude. So may you seek, may you strive to have the Karma Yoga attitude in your life. Because that will save you from this bondage of samsara finally. Therefore, Buddhau Sharanam Anvicha. And what happens to those karmi, those who are doing karmas only for material benefit? They say, for them Bhagavan says, Phala hetavaha krupanaha. Phala hetava means karma phalam hetuhu. That is the motivation for whom they are called phala hetava. The people for whom the material result alone is the motivation, they are called phala hetava. Means the people who are doing action only for material benefit, they are what? Krupanaha. Krupana means they are pitiable, miserable. This word Krupana is used in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad in a particular sense. There Yajnavalkya tells Gargi, anybody leaves this world without knowing Akshara Tattvam, Brahma Tattvam, they are Krupana. So, anybody, however successful he was considered materially, his name was there in all magazines that he is the richest man. But in the vision of Shastra, those people are Krupanaha, pitiable, miserable, if they have not understood their true nature, which is limitless Brahma. So these people, because of improper attitude towards karma and karma phala, what will happen? They will remain in samsara. They will have ups and downs and they will be busy with reactions. And because of that, they will be having the punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. And therefore, they are kripanaha. Another meaning of kripanaha is the people who are miserly. So these karmi are miserly. Why? Because Bhagavan had given the buddhi and they did not use it. See, who is called miserly? Not the person who doesn't have money and doesn't use. If he doesn't have money and doesn't use, we don't call him miserly. He doesn't have, he doesn't use. And person has and uses, then also we don't call miserly. Who is miserly? Who has money, does not use. Similarly, this person had this intellect to use it properly. He had the privilege of doing the action for inner growth. He did not use it. The great source of karma, great source of buddhi, he did not use properly. Therefore, they are kripana, miserly people. And that's why karma yoga is superior compared to this mere karma. And in the next sloka, Bhagavan will talk about the benefit of karma yoga, which we'll see in the next sloka.